Hey guys, and welcome to a new LP. And this game is going to kind of take place of Majora's Mask for a while. And check out the update video that I posted not too long ago if you want to see the details on that. And why I'm doing this game now, if you're really that concerned. So anyway, let's go and begin. So I'm gonna go ahead and start a new game. This is the game I had been playing recently, and before playing this particular file, I hadn't played this game in at least 2 or 3 years. So it was really good getting back into it, and I remembered how much I really liked this game. So not gonna do anything with that, but I'm gonna go ahead and start a new game. And of course you get to name your person. I'm going to name my person Link because why would you name someone differently than what their name actually is? It's like taking away their identity. So Link. And before I move on, because there's a cutscene that starts right when you start the game, but this run is going to be 100%. I'm going to get all the heart pieces, all the treasure charts, all the side little stuff that you can get in the game. I do have Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy GameCube connector cable, so I will be able to do some stuff with the Tingle Tuner. I won't show you every single little thing that you can possibly do with it because there are way too many features of that would take too long to show. But I'll explain more about the Tingle Tuner once I actually get it in the game. There is kind of a mini side quest thing that you can do where you can get figurines and little miniature statues of people in the game. I'm going to try to do my best to get all of those because that's something I've always wanted to do since I found out about that. But I have never done it. But I know that it's not really that hard, although it does require you to go through at least 2 playthroughs of the game to actually get all the figurines. But I'll explain more about that once I actually get to it in the game. But for now, let's go ahead and start. So I actually like this cutscene. This is but one of the legends of which the people speak. And it's actually probably my favorite opening cutscene in any Zelda game. Long ago, there existed a kingdom where a golden power lay hidden. It was a prosperous land, blessed with green forests, tall mountains, and peace. Yeah, this cutscene, although it's really good, it is kind of drawn out more than what it should be, but it's okay. One day, a man of great evil found the golden power and took it for himself. Because he is a selfless bastard. With its strength at his command, he spread darkness across the kingdom. And apparently caused people to die, because that's why there's people laying on the ground. But then, when all hope had died, and the hour of doom seemed at hand, this is my favorite part. A young boy, clothed in green, appeared as if from nowhere, and I said cloth, although it's clothed, but I apparently can't read. Wielding the blade of evil's bane, he sealed the dark one away and gave the land light. This boy, who traveled through time to save the land, was known as the Hero of Time. And in the wacky Zelda timeline, this game actually takes place, kind of, like there's, someone made up this cool, like, timeline thing, to where there's like a split timeline that involves Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time is the, supposedly the first game in that timeline. And basically it splits from where Link goes off as an adult and does this thing and doesn't go back to where he's a kid. But then there's a thing where he, part of it where he goes off as a kid, and that leads to Majora's Mask, and that eventually leads to Wind Waker, and that all leads on to Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass and all that. Because, as it says, it mentions the Hero of Time, which was Link from Ocarina of Time, when he was a little kid. And then it says that he left the land, which you know, his Majora's Mask, because he goes off to Termina, whatever it's freaking called, and then he just kind of dies away, and then it leads on to this a couple centuries later. So, but what became of that kingdom? None remain who know. I don't know. Then there's more. You think it's done right there, but then there's like more. The memory of the kingdom vanished, but its legend survived on the wind's breath. There's Link. On a certain island, it became customary to garb boys in green when they came of age. You know, I wish that there was a place like that in the world. Once you become a certain age, you can dress like Link all the time. That would actually be kind of cool. Clothed in the green of fields, they aspired to find heroic blades and cast down evil. The elders wished only for the youths to know courage like the hero of legend. Well, why would they need someone to have courage to fight evil if there's like no evil in the world? Because that's what they made it seem like a little bit. And here we go. This game, man, it has personally my favorite graphics of any Zelda game. Twilight Princesses are good, but these are better. But that Skyward Sword that's coming out soon, that kind of looks like a mix between Wind Waker's graphics and Twilight Princesses. And when I first saw that, I almost had a nerdgasm. But I can't wait for that game to come out because I'm going to buy it when it does. But anyway, there's apparently some girl looking for her big brother, and this apparently is him. Sitting there sleeping on a giant tower thing. I would do that. It probably is like really cool up there, and get the air coming off the water. Probably be really good. I knew you'd be here. Hee hee hee. This is my favorite spot to gaze out at the sea. When I play at the gulls, I call it Aryll's Lookout. I'm just gonna say that the girl's name is Aryll. It kind of looks like it would be Aryll, but I'm not sure. I call it Aryll's Lookout. So, do you remember what today is, or what day it is today? You're still half asleep, aren't you? Did you forget? Big brother, it's your birthday! How anyone can forget that it's their birthday is beyond me, but I know I never do. That's why Grandma has been waiting for you to come back to the house. She's been waiting for a while now. It's a good thing I came to find you. You should probably go home and see what Grandma wants, don't you think? Well, yeah, I mean, who's... Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, guys, I'm back, and sorry about that. Interruptions while I'm recording are one of my major pet peeves, but whatever. So now we get control of our character, and we can do all the basic Zelda stuff, like move around, we can jump around. And I almost jumped off there, and that kind of would have been kind of a disaster, or maybe not. It would have been a quicker way down. But we can climb ladders, we can move the camera around, we can center the camera. As soon as I get down, we can look around the map, see this beautiful island. Yeah, so we can crawl too, which wasn't really done until the Zelda game, and I think this is actually the only Zelda game where you can just openly crawl around on the ground, because I don't think you can do it in Twilight Princess, but I'm not really sure. So before we go to Grandma's house, right off the back, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some things, mostly just rupees. I mean, you don't really particularly need rupees that bad at this point in the game, but it's good to grab them. So there's these pigs. There's like 3 pigs scattered throughout this island, and you want to pick them up and take them to a lady on the other side of this island, and she'll give you like 20 rupees per pig that you bring to her. So you can actually get like 60 rupees just from that. So I'm gonna go and do that. So I'm going to go and pick up this pig. And you want to sneak up behind them by crawling. Because if you walk up to one, they'll most likely run away. So it's best just to just crawl behind them and pick them up. You want to carry them over here, over this bridge. And kind of watch it, because if you get one of these pigs in the water, I mean, you won't like drop it or anything, but what the heck? Oi, Link, press L right here and press A to talk to me. Try it. Oh, might as well. Let's see who we're gonna talk to. Some guy with a giant head and a stick. Yeah, he seems like the kind of person I would talk to. That's correct, you're a smart one. You, my friend, have just L-targeted me. You see, when you press L, you can target certain objects. I, for one, use it quite often to talk to folks who are far away from me. Of course, even if there isn't anything around to target, you can press L to face forward, you know? It's quite handy indeed. There are myriad of other ways to use L targeting as well. Quite an ingenious little thing, if I do say so myself. Of course, that's not the only trick in my bag. Not remotely. I could teach you a few more things if you just climb up that ladder over there and drop by my room. Yeah, pervert. He probably wants me to go up there and then he's gonna like do something. Alright, so anyway, if you come over to this path and then right up here there is this pig pen looking thing, and there's a pretty portly looking lady up there, and you want to put the pigs in the pen, and then once we get all three in there we'll talk to her and get our reward, so to speak. So there's pig number 2, and I threw it in that lady's face. I was like, if you want this pig, take it. Okay, and then there's a black pig over here. And if you talk to that guy, which you can't really see him, but there's a guy like right over there. And he'll tell you about crawling towards him, because it's basically, he says it's the best thing to do in order to catch him. You know, what's weird about these pigs when you're holding them is their feet kind of look like they're like pulsating in and out of them, kind of. Yeah, that sounded a little weird. But anyway, yeah, I threw it through you that time. How do you like them apples? Alright. Why, did you find all these pigs and bring them here just for little old me? Oh, thank you so much. I've been thinking of getting a pet pig for a while now. Oh, and the boys will be so happy when they get home. Okay, Link, hold out your hand. This is your reward. You'll spend it all in one place. Ooh, a red rupee. That's 20 rupees. Yeah, I can really spend that in one place. Actually, I could in this game. And here's our gratitude for bringing us new family members. She paused there. That was funny. Alright, so now we're going to have 41 rupees. And finally, this is to congratulate you for working so hard on your birthday. Happy birthday to you! And we get another rupee. I suppose now I have to name these little oinking cutiekins. Yeah, go ahead and start that. Name them like Piggy and Fatty and other pig-like names. Yeah, so if you take those pigs to her one at a time, she'll basically say the same things in the same order that she said them. But it's just easier to do them that way. So another rupee spot that you can get here is if you come over to this building right here, which is your grandma's house. You can crawl underneath the porch, like kind of like I did over on the other side of the island, where that 1 rupee was. And then you just crawl over here and into this hole. You'll enter a little secret room, and I actually like this room because it's basically like a little like secret place, and there's no music to it, so it's kind of it's a weird place, but I like it. And you got an orange rupee. Just one of these is worth 100 rupees. Your face is beaming. Cool. Alright, sorry about that. So now we got 161 rupees, and basically these rupees were kind of like Grandma's secret stash. So she was basically like hiding these things. She's like, no one will find my stash. That's if there's another Great Depression. But we just stole her 100 rupees, but Oh well, that's our birthday present, so to speak. But anyway, let's go ahead and enter here and see what Grandma's up to. So, she's not around here, so we have to go upstairs. And I always go around that side to climb up the ladder for some reason, even though I know it's the wrong side. So anyway, Grandma's going to talk to us, and she has some weird clothes with her. I've been waiting for you, Link. Link, try these on. Time certainly flies. I can't believe you're already old enough to wear these clothes. And she gives us some random clothes that Link apparently does not like, because he's got a pretty nasty look on his face. You got the hero's clothes. They look like they might be a little warm for this weather. Yeah, they do look like that. Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Try them on. Today is a day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young heroes spoken of in all the legends. You only have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down. Be proud, child. In the olden days, this was the day boys were finally considered to be men. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare them for battle with their enemies. But we don't live in such an age any longer. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who still knows anything about swordplay. Hanging the family shield on the wall as decoration is another tradition that has been carried down from those days. Okay, well, we do look kind of snazzy in these clothes. Does all this make sense to you? Kind of. Isn't that nice, Link? They suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Well, tonight I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party, so I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Your grandma is going to make your favorite soup for you tonight. I just know you're looking forward to it. Now go get your sister, Aryll. Okay. Yeah, so in that speech that she gave us, she did mention Orca, and she said something about the family shield. Well, we'll have to remember those points, because that'll become important fairly soon. Okay, so before I go up to the tower up there and talk to Aryll, I'm gonna stop over here to this boat. And anytime you see this boat, you know that it's a shop. And when you come in here, you see this guy, and he sells bait. And you can use bait for a couple different things in the game. And he also sells those pears, which allow you to control seagulls for a little bit. But that isn't really very important in most occasions. And he also sells this pig thingy. And so we're going to want to buy that from him. Oh, customer, welcome to Beedle's shopship. I deal in everything I do in pretty much everything and anything. Do you have anything you need? Oh, God, what the hell? I cannot talk. Do you have anything you don't need? If you do, show it to me. I'll pay top rupees for your junk. Or do you see anything you'd like to buy? Oh, just use the control stick to browse. Okay, so we got bait bag, which is 20 rupees. This holds bait. It's quite useful, and it's my very last one. You can't buy bait if you don't have a bag like this. Bag, 20 rupees, will you buy it? Yes, I will buy it. And we get it for the very first item. You got the bait bag. You can keep plenty of bait in this convenient satchel. It has 8 pouches for storing bait. Blah, 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 to see what you have. Okay. You're the greatest. I'll never forget you. I'm going to make a member's card just for you. When you buy lots of things and build up your points, something good will happen to you. Something very good indeed. My shop is kind to its customers. No other shop will do this sort of thing for you. I'll have you know. Now you have 1 point saved up. You should try to save up 30 points so you can earn a silver membership. Oh, just, yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll try to get the silver membership eventually, but it's not really that great of a thing. In fact, he makes it more better than what it actually sounds. Alright, so then we have all-purpose bait, and every time you buy it, you get 3 servings, which is good. Good things happen to those who feed this stuff to animals. Do you have a bait bag? Oh, fine customer of mine. Yes, I just bought one from you. So then we get some bait, Animals will be drawn to this gourmet pet food the moment you put it down. It has 3 portions. There's your bait bag and the items, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Thank you! Yes, thanks to you. Now you have 2 points saved up. Just try to save up 30, yeah. And then there is Hayoi pears. 10 rupees. You can't buy this anywhere else. Only here. I'm serious. Now's your chance. Buy. Well, looks like we should buy one because he's so urgent about it. You got a Hayoi pear. This special bait allows you to take control of seagulls. Here's your bait bag, blah blah blah. When controlling sea balls, tap A to flap your wings and accelerate. Press R to quit. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So, blah blah blah. I don't want to talk to you. Alright, I think that's all I'm going to buy for now. We don't really need any of this stuff right now. And we won't really need it for a fairly long time. So anyway, let's go ahead and move on with the plot. I'm already like 30 minutes into this recording, and basically the only thing story-wise that I've done is talk to Grandma. But anyway, over here you can get some rupees. You can get a blue one and a yellow one, which the yellow ones give you 10 rupees. And this is the first game that you see those in because they're in Twilight Princess. And I can just guess and assume that they'll be in Skyward Sword. Unless they change up the ruby system or colors or whatever. Which I kind of hope they don't because they've changed the colors a decent amount already. But anyway, it's just small details like those in video games that I really like. But anyway. So now we want to come up here and talk to Aryll. Or walk up there and we automatically talk to her. Oh, boy, big brother. Did Grandma make that outfit for you? Oh wow, you look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. I guess they're pretty neat though. So anyway, Link, can you close your eyes and hold out your hand just for a second? I'm going to give you my most treasured belonging, but just for one day. Happy birthday! And we get the telescope. This is your sister's most precious belonging. Treasure it dearly. Set it to blah 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 and use it by pressing whatever button you set it to. Do it now and see what you can see. Okay, so, well, do you like it? I'm letting you borrow this special gift just because you're my big brother. Aren't you lucky? Hee hee. Oh, why don't you try it out right now? Try looking at our house from here. Okay, might as well. Alright, so this is our items screen, and unlike most of the other Zelda games, you only get 2 screens, which is actually good because you don't have to flip through 3 or 4 screens just to get to what you want to get to. So anyway, we have our bait bag, and if you push one of the 3 buttons up there above the green A button, you can open the bag, and then you can push a button again to set it to something. So we have our bait, and we have our Hayoi pear. And we have like 9, actually not 9, 8 slots of stuff that we can fit in here. And so we could fit up to 8 times 3 is 20. We can fit up to 24 baits, or a few pairs and some bait. But anyway, so we're gonna want to equip our telescope. And over here we have this quest status screen, and these will all be more important later on. But as in all other games, you get heart pieces in this game, and this is where they'll be, and you can see how close you are to getting another heart container. And I'll explain all these other things once we start to get to use them. So anyway, let's whip out our telescope, and it says, "Big brother, are you using C to zoom in where you should be," or whatever. Hey Link, or blah blah blah. She tells us to look at the post box and zoom in. But the controls for this are pretty sensitive. Okay. Alright, there we go. So eventually, once you zoom on, or zoom into the post office guy, good enough, she freaks out and tells us to look at the sky. And holy crap, there's a giant flying bird. And it's carrying someone in its claws.